the whole time. He was in jail with Boona the whole time. Him and Boona was locked up together. And Boona, you know, he told Boona over the phone that conversation. They was talking about these guys so stupid. They talking about a damn murder for hire. Jam ain't get paid over the phone, and dude them scared. If you look at that picture on Line Crime, this how I really knew it was Jam. When they told me it was Jam, I had to know it was him myself. Go on Line Crime or type in Lil Durk Line Crime, and you gonna see the mug shot. And you at the gas station. Wait, I know Jam. I knew Jam before them.
Okay. So I want to slow it down a bit. You're so advanced in this case, and you knowing everything with like what's really going on. I got it. Like a lot of people who probably watched today, like we've had a lot of people who are interested. They probably haven't kept up with this. Okay, so when you say that he's on the jail phone with Boona and he's talking about not getting paid, are we talking about for the Lil Pop murder?
Yeah, for the Lil Pop. So in 2022, that phone call.
Okay, so he thought he had a check coming for the Lil Pop murder. Okay, why didn't he get paid? Or did he get paid and he ran through it? Like, what's the deal with that?
Nah, some shit happened with Lil Ted.
That's Baby Twerk, right?
Jam took some shit. It started with Lil Ted, man. Lil Ted started all the shit.
Okay. And that's the guy who, when he got out of the car, he said, "Man, I can tell you."
Man, this nigga Trench is going through all the shit.
Yeah. Okay. So when he gets caught, does he turn the police onto other crimes?
Who, Lil Ted?
Yes.
Yeah, Jam said his shit got raided. His crib where he be at. Only they know where it's at. So they was hunting for Jam.
Then they catch him.
And then he got caught with the gun that Jam told him to get rid of.
So you know, I've heard you also give your opinion on this, and I actually do value your opinion. Do you think that Durk fucked up by, you know, again, we're in hypothetical land because there's a lot of people who believe that Durk is innocent of all these things. But let's say if he did do this, you think Durk fucked up by not paying the shooter? Because
yeah, you gotta feed the killers, man. If you into the murder game, you don't feed the killers the shit, they gonna turn on you. That's just plain and simple. You don't feed nobody after they can kill somebody. They gonna turn on you. But Jam did ask for a lawyer. His people said that Jam begged them for a lawyer. And Durk now was laughing and shit. So they left him no choice.
Durk was laughing.
Yeah, they say Durk was laughing when he got back to Jam. They said he was playing laughing. I said this shit before the audio even came out. Like they said, Jam was. I mean, they was laughing, bro. And Boona tried to tell Durk, "You better pay him, or your ass get thrown in a frying pan." You know, Durk didn't listen to him.
Okay, so Durk doesn't pay him. He's thinking, man, whatever.
I'm getting the exclusive.
Like, understand today, and I'm up to with everything he probably said in court today. He described Durk as somebody that when he was locked up for 12 years, Durk always made sure he had his new phone number. Durk put him in his books. Why wouldn't Durk pay for a lawyer?
See, that's what motherfucking Jam bogus at, man. Cause I've been to jail with the real killers in the Chicago, and ain't nobody send them shit for. So, but him, that shit, that's kind of like foul, man. But when you in that game, when you in the street shit, Jam ran out of that 50K on that money. Ain't no nigga doing no killing, you know. 50K and you ain't getting them no more money. That shit over with. I don't know what Durk was thinking, but when the killer asks you for a bonus, you better get that shit to him, or you gonna be in jail.
So maybe Durk was thinking like, nigga, I gave you 50K. How much fucking more money you want? Is that a thing?
I see y'all on that. It's unlimited when you talk about you kill somebody, bro. You gotta keep feeding them. Or Lil Durk could have did this. Hey, when y'all when Vonnie came back to the crib, allegedly what they saying, Vonnie came back to his house, and Durk said, man, we all the job done. No, we killed Pop. Durk should have been called some Mexicans to wipe all their ass out. That's the only way I think to get out this shit. Everybody was supposed to get knocked out behind that. Y'all hit the wrong person for the third time.
So you saying that Lil Durk crossed his T's, dot his I's, and got rid of all of them?
Hey, you want to murder
can't get it right.
The cartels, man. When people did tunnels and stuff for the cartels, hey, look, once they did that tunnel, nigga, they get knocked out. They tell me, hey, CCC, check. And then they all lined up and then, you hear me?
Now, do you think that Durk thought it was incompetent because there was 3 supposed chances to kill Quando, and he was untouched every single time? Was he frustrated, you think?
Who, Jam?
No, I'm talking about Dirk. And was that why he didn't pay? Like, I'm not about to pay for y'all killing me.
Dirk was just running around like a mob boss. He had the power. He got the power now, shit. You know? You see what he told you? Chief shot at the police. Like, come on, man. Leave Chief Keef up out this shit, man. Chief Keef made it. Leave his name up out this shit, man. I love Lil Sosa, man. On everything. He deserves everything he got. Leave him alone. You hear me?
So he doesn't pay him. And then when
this nigga giving up all this shit.
Okay, while he's
I'm getting a
incarcerated,
DJ Academics exclusive, nigga.
That even incentivized him even more. You didn't get paid, you can't get a lawyer, and your baby mama gets killed. Does the baby mama have to do anything in terms of that?
No, I think Dirk had fucked his baby mama. Dirk ain't got nothing to do with her killing.
Nah, Dirk.
I think he bent over, goddamn it, because Dirk known for that. He get into it with you, he ain't tripping. He hit mamas and all. If a nigga really hit Dirk, he gonna get you back with your mama, your sister, somebody important to you. Hear me?
No, stop. Dirk got injured.
Dirk taking him upstairs to the balcony and bent him over. You heard what Dirk said? I did something that's gonna piss him off. He ain't talking about killing her. He talking about shit. I waxed that ass like Mr. Miyagi, goddamn.
Wait, you think Dirk would have fucked his guys?
Hell yeah, nigga. You snitching and all out finna dog your baby mama, nigga. Hell yeah. Nigga, this the trenches we talking about. You hear me? Like, this what happens in the trenches, bro.
And he'll get about 5.
You serious?
I'm dead motherfucker serious, man. This what happens in the trenches. On everything. You play with me, I'ma fuck your bitch, your mama, and everybody else, man.
Here's 2nd and 5.
Okay. So, all right. So say that happens. Now, do you think that maybe
Mendoza.
do you think that Jam ever finds out if he did fuck the baby moms or something like that?
Yeah, that's why Jam went on suicide watch after that. You ain't hear what Faye said? Say Jam ass went on suicide watch.
A big play there for the Raiders. 67 yards.
So is it at that point he decides to cooperate?
They've got it 1st and goal.
Shit, hey, look, if Dirk now would have got the man a lawyer, if they would have been smart, you should have just got him a lawyer anyway. The lawyer you paying the lawyer. He would have told you if he working against you. You paying him. Send Drew down there to represent him.
7 and 8 for the season.
Do you also think that Dirk probably thought he was being smart by saying because I think people also say that about the Marley situation and the AJ situation, right? Where they're like, well, you shouldn't have left them without a lawyer either. But maybe Dirk was saying, well, if I send down a high-powered lawyer down there, people gonna know I really did pay these niggas, or I didn't want this guy killed. So he's trying to stay away by not directly paying for a lawyer. You don't think that's smart?
The drive begins at the 20.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. Whether you pay for a lawyer or a bomb walk in that office and say this for my nephew, you gotta do that shit. I know a lot of people be looking at it like, Lil Durk don't owe nobody nothing, and that's why he in jail.
Game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was
So you can't tangle with the killers, man. And then when you finally heal, you go about your business and the killers fuck. Nah. That's when you going to jail, bro. That's when you going to jail, bro. I just hate to tell you that. Dirk should have sought the lawyer soon when. Hey, look, I told the people this and all the bloggers that's around YouTube. You lying? Hey, the Fed said one thing. They said, "Are you indicting individual A, which was Banks, which is Dirk?" And the Fed said, "Not at this time." They didn't say no. They didn't say none of that. They said, "Not at this time." I knew they was coming. You hear me? And that's when True was supposed to go over there and take their ass over there, him and Brian Steele, and go over there and see what's going on. Y'all done let them build a fight card. Y'all was supposed to be nosy as hell over there in Chicago. But they didn't do it, bro. That's what made me mad at True. Like, bro, is you a rookie? Like, for real.
Yeah, but do you think that Drew fully knows all this shit?
Man, it don't matter if you know. If you got common sense and you a fucking lawyer, you supposed to went over there digging. Soon they said individual way had a podcast with $1 million worth of game. Drew was supposed to go visit. Drew was supposed to get his ass over there and start digging. That's why I be talking shit about Drew on everything, bro, cause he filed for that. You know? And then another thing, I ain't got nothing against you or Flat. I love y'all. But Rue later, the Feds superseded and added on stalking.
So I think he went on Madden, went on my platform. I think this was I think the plan. The plan was you gotta start giving some positive PR or a different spin because everyone was starting to think Dirk is cooked. So you want the lawyer to kind of explain it in a way to say, hell nah, you're not cooked. Like the government lying. So you wanted to change the perception because you gotta still think about potential, jury selection. You're saying that fucked them up.
Hey, look, man. Hey, look, when you win court, bro, I don't give a fuck if you got a public defender. If you ever been in jail, the public defender gonna tell you, do not discuss your case on the deck or nowhere. These niggas gonna snitch on you. They gon' motherfucker build up a case on you. If you explain anything, your lawyer tell you this shit. Like anybody who paid for a lawyer, your lawyer gonna tell you don't discuss your case. So why the fuck you discussing Dirk case and your game plan and what the feds fucked up on? Like that was crazy. That was the craziest shit. I told Dirk after that, I say, Dirk, sever the case. Why are you not severing your case if they not saying that you was part of all this shit? Drew them still ain't severed the case until it was almost time to trial. Then that's when they severed the case. So I went on Vlad and said, Bonnie did it. You hear me? Bonnie did it, hoodie. So now they get the picture. Bonnie did it. Hey, look, and to all the people who talking about Dirk and snitch for that shit, wait till your ass get in that position. And you gonna have your lawyers do the same shit. Hey, look, you gotta look at Bonnie, Jam, and all them. They like dirty cops. You gotta look at them like that. Hey, look, hold on. You gotta look at Bonnie and Jam as like dirty cops, bro. They got down on Dirk. All the people he took care of, even if he was involved with this shit, right? They got down on him. They left him no choice but to motherfucking, hey, you did, dog. Look, they said they did it. They did the shit.
Yeah.
He ain't snitching. That's common fucking sense, bro. People be tweaking with the snitching shit, bro. On everything. Dirk got, he better tell motherfucker you want to get back to India, nigga. Shit.
Okay, so, and I've heard you say this, so I'm gonna give you credit. I've heard you say, but I want you to explain it. Why do you think that Drew Finland doing the interview was bad with the supersede indictment?
He just let them get ahead of him, bro. He let them play with him. The feds played with him. They was playing with him, man. They kept on throwing out lyrics, man. Them lyrics didn't mean shit. They was just playing with Drew, bro. They kept on throwing little shit out there so he could go and chase. Why is they building a white car over here and doing some more shit, getting Dirk phone in Atlanta, man? Like they weren't paying attention, bro. They think they gon' Drew and them think they gon' win off a fucking tactic. Like somebody fucked up and that's how they gon' win. That's the only way Drew thought he was gonna come in and beat the feds. It was gonna be attacked. Somebody lied. Somebody did this. Wish they did. Hold on. Wish they did lie to the grand jury. If you lie to the grand jury, you're not supposed to lie. So when Drew said that on a DJ Vlad, that's why the Fed superseded the indictment because they knew, oh damn, PW1, which is OTF Jam, he lied and said that was part of the song. He said this was the song, so they superseded. Oh, we fucked up. Oh, let us supersede it by the time Dirk go to court. And now he denied. You know what Dirk got stuck on? Dirk got stuck on the murder for hire from Chicago. This how cold the feds is. Hold on, Act. This how cold the feds is. They stuck him on no bond from the murder for hire in Chicago, right? And then they turn around and say, oh, no, we got to break this up. This can't be added to a little past shit. So they played.
Really well-rounded player.
So basically you're saying that with the interviews, his lawyers fronted his move with calling the feds out for having an indictment that contained a lie. You're saying that came on the podcast.
If he would have held that shit, they wouldn't have superseded nothing. He could have went to the man, hey, look, open his statements. Hey, somebody lied to the grand jury, man.
So you're saying he should have kept that as an ace in the hole, not go on a podcast and give it out for free that the feds could make their mistakes.
Hey, look, the rule of law. A public defender will tell you this shit. The worst one. The one that'll send your ass to jail because he don't want to try to fight for you. He gonna tell you not talk to nobody about your case.
After this. The Bills with it to start quarter number 2.
Okay.
They've got it with a second
so Drew did fuck up with that big time, bro. That's a big part of like fucked up. Like you ain't supposed to do that. That's a rookie move, man.
Now you know Brian Steele's a part of the case as well. Now, by the way, he's the one who did the cross of the FBI agent. They say he did pretty good. apparently the agent didn't know too much. The agent didn't know who Lucy was. The agent didn't really know the full details of the case, even when they brought it back to, the death of King Von. It seems like, are you more pro Brian Steele over Drew Finland or what?
Hey, Drew Finley, know he fucked up so bad. That's why he grabbed Brian Steele. He messed up. He knew he needed somebody else. He couldn't do it. And then he don't want to take the L by himself, so he went over there and grabbed Brian Steele. And yeah, come take this L with me. You hear me? He don't want to take the L by himself.
How do you think? Okay, you've given a potential defense for Dirk, blaming on Vonnie. How do you think Dirk's team should attack OTF Jam possibly tomorrow whenever they do a cross? How do you attack the shooter who, by the way, today he started off by saying he shot at people over 15 times, he robbed people over 100 times, and he had 3 murders. How do you get that guy to be not believed? How do you play?
I ain't gonna even lie. Hey, once a motherfucker get up there and say, I did all this, but I was doing it for him and he was paying, it's over with, bro. Dirk's finna go to jail, man. He did it too late. Bonnie did. He was supposed to say that shit soon when he got up in there. Hey, look, soon when they told him Bonnie was missing, hey, Bonnie, hey, look, Drew, go ahead and do this and do that. You hear me? Like he was supposed to be did it, bro. Everybody, now you got 20 witnesses against him.
He got so free.
Wow, so you're saying that Dirk thought he could, finesse this shit, but right now it's too late. You don't see a way where they could really do a big one. We can see the $1 billion lawyers really do their thing, make Bonnie and Jim look like liars, make them look like people trying to save themselves, while they got no legit proof that Dirk did anything to beat this case. You don't see that.
Hey man, hey look. He could bring whoever the fuck in. He could bring the dream team back. The loops that they went to get to California and the plane rides and shit. Hey, look, they finna believe Bonnie and Jam. I'm telling you that, bro. Just off the rip. And I don't want to hear none of that shit from the jury. That they don't watch the news, TV, they don't know who Dirk them is. They don't watch this shit, man. That's they do. They just seen this shit before, and if they ain't seen it, they going to look at it when it's done.
Tap this one forward. The receiver heading left. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down.
Why do you think that Didi? I feel like Didi has a chance to possibly get out of it. Why do you think Didi, D-Ski, the threat?
Man, hey, look. Let's talk about that, right? I love little Didi, man. I love little Didi, man, but I'm just gonna keep it real, bro. Didi and them could have just gone ahead and took the hit on everything. Hey, look, I did it, Bonnie did it, Dirk ain't do nothing. And Boogie them gone head on with him. Hey, Boogie, all the even the other killers. Hey, look, yeah, Dirk ain't had nothing to do with it, we did. You know what I'm talking about? If they ain't been did that shit, it's over with, man. The fans finna nail Dirk, bro. They finna nail him on both of them. In Chicago, too. When you got the killer, the one who killed the people, man, it's over with, bro. Jam ain't got no motherfucking money or Jam ain't even got no ID to fly. Shit. They probably had to buy one for him to get on that shit.
So wait, you really think that an acceptable outcome would have been D-Ski saying, you know what? I know Smirk gonna take care of my family this and third. I'm gonna jump on the sword. I'm gonna say, you know what? I was a part of this shit, but this ain't had nothing to do with Dirk.
They had to say that shit from the jump, Ax.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Jesus. So Duty Low has been showing up to court. People feel like, they're now seeing his name being mentioned. What do you think about that? I'm kind of nervous with Duty Low. I spoke to me. He seems like he's okay. He says he wants to support Smirk. But what's your opinion about him showing up?
Hey, I'm finna get on Mr. Clean Ass, man. I do like Duty Low though, man, as his character and shit. I call him a babysitter though. I ain't think he was into the shit that would look Dirk them, so I always call him a babysitter. You can go back 4 years ago, 4 years from now, and I call him a babysitter. But now I see the motherfuckers who hop in the car with the shooters, whatever Jam said and that shit. Duty the biggest problem. Duty stupid. What your goof ass doing outside of a fucking court building having a motherfucking parade? And your ass knew you was part of this shit. Man, your bald head motherfucker stupid. That's why you ain't got no head.
Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
Well, I think he wants to make sure, you got to support Dirk from the outside. Why do you think he didn't get
2
charged?
minutes to go here.
Man, that motherfucker Dooley Low every day he been asking motherfuckers, did they hear his name, man? Dooley Low ass a goof. That's why Indy ass didn't want to hug him. She already knew, like, your goofy ass a part of this shit. Now you trying to hug me and shit.
Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and it'll be second down.
So you would say if you were him, you would stay away from that goal.
Man, Mr. Clean, all them, the Herb, them, and everything. Who the fuck going in front of a federal building? I thought niggas said they 12K. 6K. Why the fuck is y'all? Hey, look, if you ain't got court, you ain't supposed to be there. You hear me? Like some real rules. These niggas ain't no real gangsters, act. They just kill people, bro, off emotion until they go down, bro. They not real gangsters, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was Herb, I would probably been a little bit cautious. Because in the song, which we're finding out, this might be the most incriminating song. The one where he says, what Dirk said, he says,
into some sort of
let me read these lyrics. This is good. I love the song, by the way. This shit hits. He says, it says, oh, he thinks he outside. We gonna pull up on him curbside. Hot cars not from south side. We got our shit from Herb guys. Give him the direct love.
Hey, he threw them alley. That's called alley hoop where we from, Flat.
They might sit up here, Mike, and say,
so you said he got them. Damn. So I mean,
on your system, when they want to spread you out.
Do you think that this, because you're one of the first people that said the guy you even named Witherspoon. That's the guy who got shot in the 2019 situation with Ron in the car. We had THF Bezu was in the car as well, and another person, I think Helavan, when he had died or something. You said that guy is down to cooperate, or at least, be a part of like whatever the feds got in store for Dirk. Is it possible that even if he beats this case, that the way how they're looking at him, guy who has funded stolen cars for shootings or killings, guy who has exacted revenge in many different places, do you think that he could possibly spin this into the feds or a jury looking at this in a different way?
On first down,
man, Dirk can't spend shit with the Weatherspoon situation. Hey, the feds already coasting, man. His job is to get up there and say Dirk did it. Bottom line, bro.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently. Not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So
this particular
can't let that last.
Nah, these motherfuckers make O-Block look like real hitman or something. I mean, like they got away. They ain't in jail, man. O-Block shit was sloppy as hell, but that's on another level. Who the fuck gonna take a plane? Like, who is gonna take a plane, bro, with your name? TSA is the feds, man. That's why I say, hey, before you jump in the street, to all the kids, the YNs and everybody, before y'all jump in the street, bro, hey, look, start looking up shit before you go. Is the airplane federal? Google that shit, man. Like, come on, man. Like, these niggas stupid, bro. But I'm glad I got my education, bro. I'm glad that I did. My brother them told me don't be in the street. I checked in the streets when I was grown. I wasn't in the street when I was a kid. I ain't had to be. They already had all the killers and the robbers and all that shit.
So wait, you think this is the dumbest type of? I'm not gonna lie. When it gets to the Stephon Max stuff, that was pretty dumb. Like, you're on ring camera shouting out the other niggas there. Marley, where you at? You get the cell. You confidential informant. Exactly how it goes. That was pretty dumb. But do you think that the little pop thing was pretty stupid as well?
Man, look. Why the fuck would you fly all the way to California for them when y'all could have got them in Atlanta, man? In Georgia, I mean. That was stupid as hell. But I guess they shot at him too many times in Georgia, so they had to get him in try another state.
That's a good point you made. Like, it would have probably been easier just to keep trying to get him in Atlanta. or like in Georgia.
From the gun, here is
Like
Allen.
a block from the Beverly Center. I'm pretty sure you've been there. A block from the Beverly Center.
Now a timeout, Buffalo.
That's like killing a
That's
nigga like
crazy, bro. That's just like what O-Block killed Duck at. That's just like what John Gotti and Sammy the Bull killed Paul Castellano at. That's the same equivalent. Them places.
Josh Allen on the bootleg.
You know,
To the left side where he's got
I watch
Kincaid.
people watch you cover this situation, and some people feel like you're a bit biased because obviously, as the O-Block trial went down, you know, you are pro Duck, and as it would have it, you know, we get Dirk, who makes a song called "Sugar Duck." Some people feel like maybe he was, you know, well, supposedly people felt like his brother may have either greenlit whatever happened as well. Is your feelings towards Dirk like still coming from that place, or it has nothing to do with that? He was just really the most.
Oh yeah, I think so.
I know him like I know Duck. Like, I ain't got no feelings about that O-Block shit and that Tuberville war. That's this shit stupid. The whole drill shit is over a bitch, over some hoes, man. Like, they been killing over hoes this whole time, man. Like, man, get that shit out of here, man. Somebody got, hey, look, I'll take the hit with my name. I'm 42 years old. Fuck the streets. On everything. Hey, look, I can say this, academics. Everybody talk shit, but who have you heard that got killed or shot at O-Block or Tuberville since O-Block been gone?
Halftime. Coming close.
So you're basically saying that these incarcerations and shit is making change.
On the return, here comes
Hey, man.
Davis.
Hey, I just gotta keep it real with you, man. You ain't seen nobody die over there. The kids can walk around. You see Speed now and all the other people, you know, walking around now. Ain't nobody dying over there, bro. That's how it's supposed to be, bro. Them niggas one block over from each other. You can look out Parkway Gate and see Duck now.
So your remedy is that incarceration, unfortunately, has to happen to get these guys to create.
Man, hey, look, bro. You killing a person, then getting on the internet and talking about it. Who the real snitch? And then y'all rapping about it. How y'all mad? Cause that's my twin. I keep that jam with me. Shit, you making them hot too. You hear me? Like, that's just for instance, man. Like, for real, bro. They rapping about this shit.
And it's Allen.
You know, I mean, you definitely have, I know there's a lot of Dirk fans that don't, you know, they're upset when they hear how you kind of break it down. But I can tell your perspective, you're not looking at it from an entertainment perspective, because I think a lot of fans look at it like that, where we're like, yo, we like his raps, we like it sound like it's real. But again, you know, it's these situations. You see Savia Robinson's mom, who's showing up to court. She's, you know, heard over her son. There's a lot of murder. There's a lot of death. Do you think that right now, as Dirk sits in court, he thinks about his kids?
Hell yeah, he thinking about his kids. Hell yeah, he should have been thinking about his kid. I don't even know. Hey, look, I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. I never heard in the streets, well, one of our homies got killed, and a motherfucker gotta have a group meeting to go and slide. Motherfuckers gonna slide on their own, you hear me? Like, that's why I say, man, why the fuck is niggas in threads and shit? If you gonna slide regardless. Why do I gotta pay you when this my homie? That's why I say, fuck the streets. Y'all might not agree with me, but who the fuck paying your homie? I gotta, hey, look, we paying the slide for Vine, but Vine all our fucking homies. I gotta pay y'all. What is we even talking about, man?
Well, you ever talk to 6ix9ine? You calling in? I don't know who you talking about.
And I ain't never talked to 6ix9ine, but hey, I told Vlad to link me with him, cause I always say this about 6ix9ine. Y'all talking about 6ix9ine told something. Hey, look, he ain't supposed to be loyal to no nigga. Y'all want him to go to jail with the same niggas who crossed him. Y'all got like fucked up out here. That's what I be saying. That's why I don't even pay attention to motherfuckers. I do my thing, I swerve, and then I get off the team, bro. Like, you go to jail with some motherfuckers that do 30 years, with some motherfuckers who try to tie you up and do all extra shit. You hear me? Snake shit. And then I'm gonna go to jail with you? Who the fuck does that? Shout out to 6ix9ine, bro. I don't give a fuck who in the rack don't fuck with him. On everything, I just be fair. Like, do I think Dirk snitched? Hey, look, his lawyer did the shit. But according to Lil Durk, when he was with you on that podcast, he said, man, somebody get shot, you need an ambulance. He said, man, don't say nothing. You hear me? But they saying that Lil Durk snitched in court, but this is how I feel, Act. I feel like the home invasion was way worse than what he did in court. The home invasion, he said it was 3 people that's identified. They jumped over the back gate and all that shit, and they went that way.
Those tight window throws, and that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself
Do we ever
into
get to the
trouble
bottom of what's
from
up with that
time to
home
time?
invasion? It always sounds spooky.
We've seen throughout his career,
Did somebody get the drop
throws that
on
other
Dirk?
guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make.
Man, that was one of Dirk homies, man. That wasn't no motherfucking anybody. That was one of Dirk homies, man. They came in and ran back out. What the fuck the security guard was?
Security guard wasn't there. There was mad money. Like, if the security guard stayed downstairs, why there's like tens of thousands of people there? Like, you would leave the security guard with money and mad guns out there. It was a really iffy situation. I see why the feds was kind of like looking into it for a while because nothing made sense.
There's still money.
Yeah, one of Dirk homies did that shit.
Okay, bring it to me.
Hey, no. Look, I see your little comments and shit, but hey, look, y'all need to know. Y'all can't stretch out the thing. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example of this, right? What Dirk did. I don't think Dirk snitched on that. You know, hey, look. So I went to duck trial, right? You know that. And in the paperwork, Mubaf say Wiley is a high-ranking gang member, and he was robbing and extorting people. Do I look at that as snitching? Hell no. He getting his get back. Nigga, I'm trying to lose him in life. Shit, he got to defend himself. You hear me? So I don't think Dirk snitched in court. That's just common sense, man. You got to do what he got to do. These niggas done already cooperated. So if you a gang member, you supposed to say fuck them, because they done already cooperated. But the gang member say, oh, Dirk snitched. Like, come on, man. But to Dirk standard, what Dirk put out there, if you say anything to 12, you a rap. That's what Dirk said. He said, I was on out with you, Ash.
He didn't say that. He says the only thing your mouth should say is lawyer.
Here's Mendoza.
Yeah.
A throw there on
Man, oh man.
He ain't say lawyer, man, when them police walked up. Shit, his eyeballs looked like Bart Simpson. He said, India was like, yeah, I shot him. He should have just shut the fuck up when India was talking. India cleared the whole thing. He said, I shot you. Like he wanted to be a fucking hero or something. I don't know what's wrong with Dirk. Maybe he was almost healed still.
Rolling right. He manages to get the throw and completes it. His fifth catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. When you get money like Lil Durk had a chance to achieve and the things that he achieved, bro, you ain't supposed to have no niggas with you like that. And then he don't even know jail like that. Oh, to be giving him 50,000. I'm gonna keep it 1,000, bro. The reason why Dirk ass in jail, cause he ain't stay over there where he was from with Lamron, bro. Soon he left Lamron, bro. He just got he wanna be a boss. He don't want nobody to tell him what to do. So he just started doing anything and got these fucking flunkies instead of Zoo telling him, no, Dirk, man, don't slide with us, bro. We finna go and handle that in black shit. He slide with them. They let him slide with them. Dirk
Wait, Dirk was in down there in black shit?
Dirk slid. Dirk, one of the shooters, Fonnie, Dirk, and Drew. Hey, man, hey, look, bro. Fonnie, Dirk, and Drew. They drove, man. Hey, look, all you gotta do, and I've been saying this shit, all you gotta do is listen to the lyrics, man. He'll tell you.
32-yard line now. Here's
I made a shooter cry.
and 7.
So Dirk was shooting at that gas station?
Man, hey, I know Zoo would drive. You gotta listen to Risky, man.
He'll locate Thornton over the middle. And this takes him into the
Yeah.
Ain't no way Dirk was on.
Hey, man, hey, look, I can't help it because I'm advanced in all these YouTubers, bro. Like, I know niggas and that's around them, bro. Like, first-hand information, bro.
Left side by Bauer.
Can't be around my dog. I still risk it. I know Zoo will drop. Tell him bro and them chill, don't speed. That's like a Uber ride. Pull up on my side. I got 2 drinks. This shit like suicide. You know, he way off them pills. You know,
depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to
You just been listening to that barking?
why would you do that?
What barking?
That's what I sound like on my phone.
Hey, man, hey, look,
So
Did you give me more?
yeah, I figured that, because all I had was over there. And I was like,
Dirk gone, man. Dirk got a whole bunch of flunkies
that
around, bro.
doesn't seem like
And a real nigga, a real friend ain't gonna let you do nothing to lose your bag or jeopardize your bag. He had a whole bunch of flunkies around him. Luna retarded ass, Luna most retarded ass. Everybody he had is in ABE when they go to the joint. That's slow class, man. That's the class with 3 students in there with helmets on, man. Like, Dirk fucked up, man.
Wait, Dirk actually... I knew Dirk supposedly was in the car when the 2019 thing happened. I didn't know Dirk was literally What in the fuck?
Hey, man, Dirk... Hey, look, bro. Hey, I'm gonna say it after this. I'm gonna come back on, man, and see if Dirk... I don't want to be added on to they list or none of that. You hear me? But I'm gonna jump back on your shit later on and tell you, bro. Tell you some more shit. After the trial.
Yeah, we also gotta get to that FBG cash stuff. Like, it's no way all of these things are the same. This just sounds ridiculous. This sounds like a movie.
Hey, man, when they play risky in court, watch Jam tell him. Watch Bonnie tell him. I was there. Bonnie was there with him. Bonnie the witness. Bonnie gonna tell him that they shot. Bonnie is the one who gonna tell it, bro. Bonnie is the witness. Zoo dead. Remember the feds say we want to cross-examine Zoo? Drew said we can't cross-examine Zoo because he dead. You know what I'm talking about? Because Zoo told the PW everything that happened during the hit.
I didn't know Dirk was like that. So Dirk was on bad timing.
Oh man, y'all sleep on Dirk. I'm gonna tell you something about the trial, man. I ain't gonna do too much, man. Hey, but Dirk ain't never been no motherfucking goofy though, man. You know, he always been humble, but he ain't never been no goofy like well, I ain't gonna I don't be bragging about this shit though, but he ain't never been no sweet nigga, bro. Like he always been like he'll go too. He ain't never been no weak motherfucker, bro. Like some people took advantage of him when he was in the streets, but he got the bag now. He gonna do what he want to do.
So the word has always been that Dirk felt like he had to be super tough in street when Vaughn came around. So are you saying that maybe not he was the toughest guy, but like he definitely was not a pussy?
Yeah, Dirk wasn't no motherfucking pussy or none of that. You heard Lil Reese say I used to send him out to rob people and shit. Like for real, bro. Like he been doing shit, bro. He been doing it. But not to this level. Not to this level. Not to this. He got the money now, so you gotta think it got bigger.
So when did him and Jam used to go on drills and shit like 420?
And Jam how the fuck they went on the drill together, man? And Jam been gone since fucking 2010, and he did 12 years. How when the fuck did him and Dirk go on the drill? That's what I'm saying. Dirk paying for friends. That's why he in jail. Motherfuckers be mad at me, but Dirk in jail for paying for friends. He was supposed to took the Sosa approach on everything, bro, and got the fuck away from all of them.
What happened with the Lamron guys that he just separated? Is it because like he couldn't get them to do his bidding no more?
Oh man, hey, look, Lamron gonna tell him. Lamron gonna let him know, boys, moving loose. Like they don't move loose. Like Lamron ain't no game, bro. They a family, bro. All of them grew up together. Like that ain't no game to me, bro. That's a family, bro. And they gonna make sure Dirk straight, but Dirk wanna do whatever he wanna do, bro. That's why he got the slow motherfuckers with him. The slow buses. He got Boonamo, and all the rest of them motherfuckers. They slow. All ABE students, man, with helmets on, bro. That's why he in jail.
Why do you think Boonamo not charged on this particular?
Why Boonamo ain't charged in this situation?
Yeah.
Oh man, if you hey, look, I'm finna tell you up 100, bro. If you ain't been in the equation, your ass told something.
Nah, stop.
You already made a deal like you working at Sears. It ain't hard to tell. Hey, Boonamo got a drug case over there. The feds going to snatch his ass up. How you Jam to go and shoot a motherfucker and kill somebody? The feds would have been snatched his ass up out of there.
Play action. It's Allen.
Hey, I see you also like I kind of got that song from you, the War Bottle song, which is what do you call it again? Jam song, and he says Dirk's the voice. When he say it, there gonna be some shots behind it, and he basically describes the whole crew, and I'm like, holy shit. I mean, that sounded like some like opening statements to me. Was the plan all along for Jam that, you know what, if this shit don't work out, man, I'm giving up stuff?
Hell yeah, it was. Ooh, hey, one motherfucker who just did 12 years and he having his way, and then you just cut him out. Because that's what Lil Durk did. You just cut him out. Hey, man, you too hot. You killing too many people. But y'all the ones who sending them out to do this shit. You know. So that's what it is, man. I'm telling you, bro. He's behind Johnny Cochran right now. Dirk getting dead. And then finally going back to his house every 30 minutes. Like, why the fuck is you steady pulling up? Y'all just kill somebody. You supposed to take that kind of Vegas and burn that motherfucker and then walk goddamn it to the next state. Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand them, bro. I just don't understand it, bro. But if you ask me, they done.
Who do you think the person was? So something we're speculating right now, or some intermediate right now. He was saying to someone, "Yo, me and you could box for 20 million, but Quando gotta die." Who do you think he was talking to? Because it looked like someone was trying to squash that beef, but he was definitely consumed with, man, somebody gotta go. We need blood.
I don't know who he was talking about boxing. He probably trying to trick their ass to a boxing ring somewhere where they can nail him or something. I don't know. Ain't nobody doing no boxing no more though. That was just bullshit.
Hey, did you see the interview with me and him when he said, when I said, "Yo, you gotta help me and Youngboy be friends again"? He said, "Man, give me the address, man." And like, obviously I thought he was trolling this shit, but now that I see all the cases and shit, I'm like, maybe he was trying to kill Youngboy too.
Man, I ain't gonna even lie, bro. Hey, look. Like I'm gonna keep on saying, I know Davon Bennett, King Von, since he moved in it, when he first moved on the front, next to White building, in O-Block. Hey, look, Dirk shouldn't never even have put him in a mix with the. Hey, look, y'all rap, bro. We just gonna load you up some pounds, machine guns, and leave you in the car. Hey, Von is the most damaging motherfucker ever. Look how everybody fall after Von go. Everybody fail. Everybody in jail now trying to spin. That motherfucker evil, bro. Like Von, bro. Like he evil. Hey, soon when I seen him with Dirk now, I say, oh man, they got to go down, bro. Because Von on the internet talking about his body. He don't give a fuck.
Damn. You had some stories about Von in the day. You're one of the people who vouch for, like you said, whatever you heard about that nigga, this shit was true.
A run up the middle with Cook.
No over exaggeration.
Hey, when I seen him in jail last time, I seen Von in jail 2015. Me and T-Roy was in a bullpen together. The division 11, 6, and 2 bullpen. And Von them bullpen was 9 next to us. And Von was like, I seen you in that car riding past me. I broke that bitch back then. I'm like, this little nigga crazy, bro. You know, he killed Carl when we rolled past and shit. And chased Butter down.
On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook.
Hey, you know, people, and I think fans, I see fans, they're spamming this comment, so I'm gonna ask it, but given what you know about how Von was moving and how he was coming and shit, now how Dirk was kind of just like moving reckless, it seems, I know you might not know too much about like Youngboy's faction, 4K trade, like Quando or whatever. Do you think that they knew what they were in for with these guys, or you think, you know what, shit, these are out of town dudes, they on the same shit? These two gangsta ass.
Nah, Chicago don't think like that, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, Chicago go everywhere and a motherfucker goofy to them. Not me though. Hey, when I go somewhere, I still do me. If a motherfucker trying to approach me the wrong way, I'm gonna handle my business. But Chicago niggas, they gotta let you know this goof ass motherfucker, we finna take this shit. And they don't know that it's killers everywhere. That's all to it, man. They underestimated. You know, when I see you, I'm gonna do something to you, Von, like he always do. Everybody he told he was gonna smack and all that shit, he did too. But he just smacked the wrong motherfucker that day. That's all to it.
Let me ask you a question. So, you know about Von in Chicago. With the Von in Chicago, he pull up to a party, he see a nigga he been going back and forth on Twitter with, you know, he used to be doing that. Would he just try to rap back somebody and punch him out, or he shooting at it? Did he move the same way he did in Atlanta, how he would move in Chicago?
Ready to go once more. As the kicks
Man,
away.
Von gonna go anywhere. Anywhere he goes, he's gonna be the same way. He ain't changing. Like Von ain't changed. That's why I don't know how the fuck he like Lil Durk supposed to fed them from with a spoon, man, from long distance, bro. Jam, Von, ain't nowhere. Even Zoo now. Hey, look, when you go to the Fed, just think about this shit. When they all go to trial, right? You saying OTF, THF, and all this shit, and then they break it down like, what's THF? Triple Happy Family. You want some niggas like that in court? Your names, like the names that they got. 223 with a scope. Lil Ray just shot 12 niggas. Come on, man. Like, that shit stupid, bro. Dirk should have cut everybody off like Keith did, bro. That's the only way you gonna make it, man. Take your family and the one friend that was your real friend, bro. And everybody else, bro, we'll holler at you when we see you, but we ain't kicking it with nobody. That's why Keith's still in jail, and that's why Keith the fucking GOAT on everything. Keith is the fucking GOAT on everything. I'm glad that old block did that shit, because they been snakes over there too. And I was over there with Keith. You hear me? So I know he don't owe them niggas shit. Keith don't owe them niggas shit, man. So you nothing. He don't owe block shit. I was there to watch Keith before he even made it. He don't owe them shit. It was probably two people walking around with Keith rapping his songs at the time. That was T-Roy and Bond. All the rest of them niggas, man, they came out of nowhere when Keith made it.
You don't look at,
well, except Lil Reese too. Lil Reese and all them, they just have Lil Reese was there too.
you don't look at Keith and be like, man, he should have got his get back there. He should have went correct. Niggas trying to play with you. You got the money, you got to get
thing, man. He did the right thing and left, man. Hey, sometimes you gotta see that shit. You gotta take some niggas to do some shit like that for you to see that, oh yeah, these niggas ain't for me.
Why do you think Dirk likes to surround himself with killers?
That's the trend, bro. That's just the trend, bro. I'm with all the killers and shit. You know, everybody wanna be a killer or wanna be with the killers. You know what I'm talking about? It's just, I don't know, man. That shit weird though.
Is it like a hood mentality?
Stand on their own. You know what I'm talking about? They need some people.
Is it a hood mentality though? Like, because like I would even see him on live sometimes with these guys, and I'm like, this guy's up like tens of millions. Why is he in the dusty ass place? You can tell like he at least was going to wherever they were at, and I'm like, maybe he just really loved these guys. But now I didn't even know all these niggas was killers like that. I'm gonna be honest.
Forced to his right. Now
hey,
he'll run it. And he'll
Dirk didn't give a fuck, man. And I'm just gonna explain this too. Ain't no nigga with no money. A person just got killed. And you talking about, and the motherfuckers who was there with him laughing on the couch, they testifying on it. We did it. I did it. You know we did it. Now you saying that, hey look, hey Dirk, I'm throwing you alley-oop right now, little Dirk. Hey look, if Booty Mo them come to jail, some shit come out, hey look, say, hey play that video and say, yeah, he did. He said he did.
With the first down.
So you think he should have at least contemplated the game? You know what? This is gonna sound really bad. And I'm not gonna say this because I want any kids to emulate. But in the idea of street life, even if Dirk goes down and gets found guilty, I think Dirk is gonna go down as one of the most significant street figures ever. He's gonna be immortal. Okay? He's gonna be a martyr.
What the fuck did that mean though?
I think some people love the streets that much that they rather be immortalized as like one of these like ruthless dudes than actually be the guy who maybe you gotta hang your head in shame when it comes to the streets, but you still got your family. Like I think, and again I don't want to speak for him. I think he's making the choice to say, listen, I'm picking this lifestyle that I signed up for. And I know I got another lifestyle over here, which is my family, but that don't trump what I got over here. What's your thing?
Man, the Dirk man, I can't explain it to you no more, man. That man cooked. He cooked, bro. Like with the feds, bro, like want murder for hire, stalking, like them the highest fucking charges in the federal system, man. Like for real. And then on like stalking, all you gotta prove is that you was aware of this shit. Got Bonnie going to the crib 10 times. I'm pretty he dipped it that one time and told you, hey look, yeah, job done or like why would you even let him come to the crib with you? What is you even doing in California? And you know this shit. Hey look, me and you can act, we can play crazy. We can say, oh, I ain't know he was gonna do it. But really, you knowing damn well you knew they was gonna do that stupid shit. You wanted to pop a bottle of champagne after the shit was done. Then niggas going to In-N-Out burgers, riding and sprinters after this shit. Like, come on, man. This shit is a movie, man. This Dirk shit, this shit is a movie, bro. Like, for real. Who go to eat after they just kill somebody? Motherfucker trying to get to the nearest next state, you hear me? Like, for real, bro. These niggas going out to eat, getting back on airplanes. Stopping at Lil Dirk crib. Hey, Lil Dirk, we still looking for him, boss. Like, man, I would have called the police on their ass about Lil Dirk. I would have seen as soon as the shots went off, everybody came to my crib. Hey, man, somebody just came to my crib. One of my people who work for me. And he just said he did that murder that happened out of therapy center.
Man, oh man, shit. Well, I wish Dirk wasn't in this position, man. Like again, where do you see all this ending? Where do you see like predict the next 6 to 12 months? You know, again, there's a lot of people, especially the people who are watching now. They care about the music scene. We all love Dirk's music. But how do you see this ending in the next 6 months, where all these guys we know now? What are you seeing as the next step for him?
It's gonna be life, and then they're gonna go over there and fight that next white card, and then it's gonna be another life. This ain't over with for Dirk. He got another trial after that. They're gonna push that motherfucker back probably 2 years though, because they building right now. Two of them gave them too much time to build. If Drew would have took, if I was Drew, I would have put both cases together, fought both of them motherfuckers together, and discredit all them motherfuckers at one time. AJ say he don't know what he got paid. I got paid 20, 30, 40, 50. He don't know who the fuck got hit. What the fuck he got paid? Jam said they gave up 50. You hear me? Like, I would have got all them on the stand and lined their ass up, Brian Steele and us, and we would have got that together. I don't know why the fuck Dirk Mill split the trial that night. He's gonna get cracked twice. I would have tried to take my chance fight both of them motherfuckers together on everything, just separate them. Because the same witnesses over here is over there too. Jam going right over that next.
I'll tell you what a lot of people think. We've never seen a case where a rapper in his prime, this big and high profile, has ever been convicted of a crime that is violent and is life in prison minimum. And I think that's, people are a little bit of, there's a lot of people in this belief saying some way, somehow this will work out. I think in some people's minds, even in my mind, I'm like, you know what? All right, if somehow it ends up and he gets 10, like, we still get him back. But
hey, ain't no 10. Ain't no 10. Ain't none of that, bro. They get life. There's no 10. If he get found guilty for one of these motherfucker charges, it's life.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of people I think are stuck trying to like believe because they've never seen some shit, but they believe it can't happen. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't even hear the words of Lil Durk is found guilty of this sentence. I can't even hear it.
Yeah.
I can't even think it, honestly. And it's not me denying, like, you know, whatever is coming out in a trial. It's like you almost feel like the universe is gonna work this out some way, somehow. Some way, somehow.
Man, ain't nothing working out, like that man did too much. His ass going down, bro. I'm telling you, the feds don't play that, bro. Every motherfucker witness, you heard what they said. Jam been interviewed 30 times. That 30 times wasn't him being interviewed. That's why they ain't got a report. They was coaching him. They telling him what the fuck to do. What you gonna say when they come at you this way? What you gonna do? And all that shit, bro.
They probably put
I'm telling you, this shit a slam dunk, man.
They probably put him in a lot of mock trials. Who do you think is more of an important witness? Are we going with Jam or Von?
Man, Vonnie rolled on the plane with Dirk. All Vonnie got to say is, once we got the call from number 4, whoever number 4 is, we went on the plane. And number 4, most likely, they already told too. They already told the police that they talked to Vonnie and what's the name and confirmed.
Now, if Duty Low number 4, he ain't telling. Duty Low is
not number 4, man. Duty Low can't be number 4. Duty Low is from Kankakee, man. He's from fucking Kankakee, man. They said he's a lifelong resident of California, bro. It gotta be somebody else.
So you think it's a female?
It's a female or it's the weed man. Or the weed man. They said it was a weed man. Jam said it was a weed man who gave them the low, to drop the low. To do the low.
Brick baby.
He said it was a weed man. That's what I heard.
Chilling.
Weed man. Before I got on your shit.
Chilling.
And that girl got something to do with it. It's a girl. I don't want to say her name because I don't try to get no lawsuit. But it's a girl who be with all the rappers sleeping with her. You probably been with her. But yeah, they say she involved. She was trying to get the locations and shit.
Wait. Is she from out there?
Yeah, she from Cali. But she sleeps with all
stars.
She be with all stars like Lil Bo.
Selena Powell.
You know, she probably was with you, man. Stop playing.
Wait, Selena Powell? Not Selena Power.
No, man, I think she got the same name as Dirt Girl.
Chroma. India?
I'm just gonna let you say all that. She got the same name as Dirt Girl.
Cat, who you talking about? India Love? Hell nah.
I don't know, man.
Nah, she not no backdoor team. India Love? Nah.
I don't know, man. It's up in there, though. Motherfuckers was talking, man. Hey, y'all ain't reading, man. Y'all tap in, bro.
If India Love was going backdoor anybody, should have backdoor DDG, man.
After signing his new contract, one of the league's best pass rushers will be getting after the quarterback in the same uniform for years to come.
Man, all you gotta do is look it up, man. I be on this shit, bro.
How do you find out all this info, bro? And how do you put it together? Because you
hey, man, all you gotta do is do your homework, bro. Do your homework, bro. They said that, bro. The people who be posting the court shit, they said that she was trying to, she tied in with these guys, man. I don't know how she tied in, but they brought up her name.
Yeah, she did fuck Yachty. Hey, that's one thing I do want to say about, like, you know, watching your content. You do bring some good parallels and you connect some dots that kind of goes over the heads of a lot of people. By the way, Didi, you know, did you hear the story that the night before Didi took the gun out of Jam's hand and he was gonna shoot, but then they saw the dots. When I interviewed Didi, they came to my studio. I think it was 2024, maybe. They basically, Didi was telling me that he went to jail for a long time too. So he's not no like choir boy. He's not. I know he didn't supposedly do nothing in Lil Pop murder, but he kind of a killer too. Like he not no bitch ass nigga. It's the reason why they call him the threat. Easy, the threat.
Right, this nigga.
Man, that threat shit, man. You might as well go ahead and be able to join the Islam. Take this shahada, man. It's over with. You might as well take his fucking shahada, man. It's over with, man.
Do you think that Dirk knew the feds was closing in on him when he... So, when I interviewed him in 23 going into 24, Dirk at that time, he said he cut everybody off. Niggas was stealing from him. Niggas was doing whatever. When he showed up to even the interview, it was literally just him, a manager, not even the manager. You mentioned a guy named Ola. That wasn't even him. And he just had a security and like a stylist. I expected it was gonna be like an OTF type of thing. Like shit, every time I see young boy, there's a bunch of 4K trade niggas. But he was moving kind of light. He was heavy into his religion. Do you think that Dirk knew the feds was coming and he was starting to pivot? We obviously saw him start doing a lot of givebacks in Chicago. We also saw him do the United Center thing. He was embracing people like what's the guy with the cereal box? I forgot his name. J-Main. And he was making songs with even J. Cole, talking about All My Life. Do you think that was just a natural growth, or he knew the feds and stuff?
Hey, Vlad, man. The feds are sober. These niggas are junkies. They are pills, lean, and everything, man. These people are sober 24 hours. A motherfucker know.
Wait, who's on pills?
Hey, look, look, from the past people. Everybody, you try to clean up before they come. Everybody. Oh, okay. Everybody try to clean up before they come, man.
So you think he knew?
Hell yeah, he knew, man. He ain't give a fuck. So when the police grabbed Zoo them in 2019, him and Bond, the ATF, they should have stopped. They should at least stopped a little bit.
Do you think people like Zoo were a bad influence around him?
Oh, Zoo?
Because those guys have a heavy reputation in the streets.
Yeah, man, because niggas, you got to think about it, man. Dirk got the money, man, so if you want to stay around the money, you going to do whatever the fuck he say do. If you ain't got your own avenue, hell yeah.
It's crazy. I feel bad for... I watched India walk out today. She's keeping a strong face. We haven't seen the kids show up to court. Big Dirk, you know, he's praying. What would your advice be to Big Dirk?
My advice to Big Dirk?
Yeah.
Man, that shit a little bit too late, Big Dirk. That shit a little bit too late, man. You supposed to tell your motherfucking son when you got out of jail, just how they come in that trap Lord Ross, y'all was supposed to do an intervention, the Muslims around Lil Dirk. Hey, look, first of all, you playing with our religion. by doing this shit. You saying that you Muslim and then you telling people and shit, talking about that shit in your rap. You hear me? That's why nobody take a lot of shit serious with people, man. You know, and then niggas use Islam. When I see people get religious and shit, I know they going to jail to the feds or something. Because the Muslims got like one of the strongest cards. Don't nobody fuck with the Muslims in jail, period. So when I see niggas turn to Muslims, I say, oh yeah, they finna go to jail.
Damn. Nah, I hate that.
That's kind of crazy.
Did you hear what 6ix9ine
But
said
it's true.
that he felt he tricked Dirk out of his position? Tricked him off. Do you agree with that?
6ix9ine?
Yeah. Do you agree that Dirk got tricked off the streets because?
I mean, if he let 6ix9ine trick him off the streets from long distance, you a goddamn dummy, man. That's what I'm saying. They all dummies. They all flunkies, bro.
Yeah, apparently, like, he had a lot of stuff on his phone where people were trying to clown him for sliding, and he would double down by saying, man, niggas gotta get to it. Do you think he should have took that loss?
Man, he was really sliding. So when they said slide for Vaughn shit, he really slid. He slid. That's why he was laughing on your shit. He already got good.
Huh?
Man, oh man. Yeah, well, we're gonna watch what Def Jam does understand from here on out.
Why?
Tomorrow's gonna be a hell of a day. They really just started. They started with a lot of background stuff. If you had to guess, think that
Yeah. Okay. I'm about to cut it off.